They are willing to literally sacrifice Americans on the altar of their delusions in order to feed their ideology. Well, we've had enough of it, and it's going to end.
Congressman Randy Fine tells Liz Ryan about the legislation he has introduced.
It was the stabbing death on a train of Ukrainian immigrant Irina Zarutska that got Congressman Fine working on a new bill.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, but the sad truth is it's not unique. I mean, that video is horrific, but every day, woke Democrat liberal judges let criminals go because they are addicted to a fake woke ideology that says there is no evil in this world and that there is no such thing as crime.
The legislation he's working on would hold judges accountable when repeat violent offenders they release commit additional crimes.
What would allow people to do would be to sue judges. If you're the victim of a crime because a judge let a violent criminal out of jail and they kill someone or hurt someone, that person or their family, if they die, could sue the judge personally.
He used this analogy.
If you're a bartender and you serve too many drinks to a customer and they, on their way home, kill someone, the bartender can be held responsible. Judges deserve no different treatment.
He's naming it the Judicial Accountability for Irresponsible Leniency Act, or the Jail Act. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located off I-95 at exit 311. St. Johns County voters recently approved a local referendum and half-cent sales tax that will directly support schools. And Superintendent Dr. Brennan Asplin says that money makes an immediate impact.
The referendum that was just passed here locally in our school district and the sales tax, half-cent sales tax that was passed locally, that money never leaves our county. It stays here, it goes right to the school system, and we can all work together and spend that properly without sending it to the state first to be then doled out to everybody.
Asplin explains that state funding works differently. Property and sales tax dollars collected locally are first sent to Tallahassee, then redistributed across Florida. Each district receives roughly $9,000 per student. That means counties with higher property values, like St. John's, often help subsidize areas that raise less revenue.
Districts that really can't produce that much locally with their property taxes, the state is able to equalize that with all the students so that all students can equally have an opportunity across the state, no matter who they are or where they're from.
Asplin says the local funding stays right here, ensuring schools in St. Johns County can address priorities directly, while the state formula continues to promote fairness for all students statewide. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office says deputies will no longer consider the open carrying of a firearm unlawful in most circumstances. This follows a September 10th ruling by Florida's First District Court of Appeal, striking down the state's ban on open carry as unconstitutional. Sheriff Rob Hardwick says his deputies are trained and ready to serve during the transition, reminding the public that restrictions still apply in places like schools, courthouses, and government buildings, and that private businesses may prohibit firearms on their property. In other news, beach services staff recently discovered large timbers on Matanzas Beach that were later identified as fragments of a historic shipwreck from the 1800s. Working with the St. Augustine Lighthouse Archaeological Maritime Program, the county helped document and preserve the pieces. Researchers say the timber was reburied in wet sand to protect it from damage, with 3D imaging and GPS mapping used to capture detailed records for the study. And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's local morning news. I'm Rich Carroll.